हेलो दोस्तों, बिजनेस फ्रेंड में आपका स्वागत है। और अभी हम कर रहे हैं एरर डिटेक्शन। 350 तक हो गया था, 351 अब का आगे करेंगे। गिवन गिवन द करंट मार्केट कंडीशंस, इट इज़ better for us to invest in the infrastructure sector. The sentence has future prospects, so the expression should read out it will be. Many athletes have taken on yoga to develop their concentration and reduce stress. Koyarani, his main aim is to create an interest in hockey among school children. Koyarani, India's travel and tourism industry is poised on growth at 7% this year alone. Poised is followed by to, thus growth should also be changed to grow. The ministry was considered several proposals for the development of small and medium enterprises during budget discussion. Ministry is the subject of the sentence and hence it should take a active voice. So was is to be removed, which is making it passive. The amount of foreign direct investment in the country in 2008 is doubled that received in 1997. Doubled is wrong uses. We should use double only to make the syntax correct. The details of the scheme will be made clearly to the public by the end of financial year. Clearly should be replaced by open to make syntax correct. Government officials have been working overtime to answer queries raised by banks on numerous of issues pertaining to the loan waiver. Numbers should not be followed by off. We have sought clearance in additional expenditure incurred during the project. Clearance should be followed by off. The Reserve Bank of India's decision to waive ATM charge have put banks in difficult position. RBI is a singular subject, hence have should make way for has, which is a singular verb. The government is planning to sanction grants to pharmaceutical companies for inviting new treatments for disease about malaria and tuberculosis. About should be replaced by like. About नहीं आएगा, यहाँ पे क्या आएगा like. Here the finance minister's view is that the scheme will ensure that millions of farmers will be lifted out of poverty. Will be should be replaced by are. The first part of the clause is in future tense, so second part needs to be in present tense. The survey conducted reveals that there is a lack of adequate healthcare facilities even in urban areas. No error, some of the world's largest water bodies are drying up, thus creating the livelihoods of millions. World should be replaced by worlds to make it correct possessive. Among the many challenges facing the country in the next decade is poverty and unemployment. Many challenges is plural subject and thus should be followed by a plural verb are. According to economists, not more than 5% of education loans taken by students are overdue. Education should be replaced by educational, which is an adjective and it is suitable to qualify loans. The two candidates share a reputation for competency as well as for good communication skills. For good should be replaced by better so that syntax become correct. His main qualification on the job is his extensive experience in foreign branches. No error. Qualification should be followed by for. A representative of the reverse bank will be provide students an insight into the economic future of our country. No error. As one of the leader insurance companies in India, they offer comprehensive financial services. The expression should read out as one of the leading instead as one of the leader to make the syntax correcter. There is a rumor that this multinational company will set up its regional headquarters in India in short. In short means brief, which is not suitable of the context. We should use shortly, which give us the sense in near future. Despite taking steps to encourage foreign investment, there has been any sustainable improvement in our economy. Any should be replaced by no. That will make the correct. We had made every effort to ensure that a compromise is reached and that deal was signed. The sentence is in past tense, so is to replaced by was. The questionnaire reflected various phenomena that are springly experienced. Springly is wrong used here. We should use rarely to make it correct. Contrary to popular belief, ripe fruits are not necessarily delicious. Contrary is wrong, spelled as contrary. The most ambitious enterprise undertaken in the ancient Egypt was of the construction of pyramids. All correct. The astronomical calculation were admiringly accurate. All correct. Looking inward from the top of ramparts, the sentries had a marvelous panorama spread before them. Panorama is wrongly spelled as panorama. He gave me all the details when he had visited all the temples, while he will be going on the official tour. Will be should be replaced by was because the previous clause in the past tense. Let's all work together as like homogeneous group so that success would be obvious. Use either has or use either has or like double comparative adverbs should be avoided. The process was so simple and easy to understand that it hardly took 5 minutes for us to learn it. No error. It is strange that even after 15 years of experience, he is still not able to perform. Be performed is passive structure that is not suitable here. We should use to perform which is correct. What to make people tense is actually a mastery, which is difficult to unfold. No error. The syntax is written in appropriate it is to be read out as what makes people. Our customers are always visit our branches to discuss their problems with our staff. An activity that is frequent or regular should be in simple present, so R is superfluous. Although he was expected to work quite hard, he could not do so owing to his prolonged illness. No error. Just before the demonstration started, the police arrived at the site as if they had received information. The sentence is in past tense, so we are to use V2 in the sentence. Habit of regular saving helps us during bad times. Since habit is specified here, so we have to use the before it to make the correct. To know what people react to. An unforeseen situation is very important to decide our course of action. No error. Some people like to do some social work even though it lacks resource. It lacks is to be replaced by they lack because people is plural in number. His qualities include the ability to take right and quickly decision on important policies. Quickly is an adverb which is not required here. We should use an adjective quick to make the correct. A group of youngsters has lent financial assistance to the flood affected people of villages. Lend is present form. Lent is the past participle from which is required to be used with has, have, or had. We must take regular exercise to keep ourself fit. No error. Ourself is wrong uses. We should use ourself here to make the correct. If you want to ensure promote service, please have contact us as soon as possible. Have is superfluous uses, so we need to remove it from sentence. Many animals and plants live in water, but not in the same kind of water because not all water is the same. Seawater, for instance, contains a lot of salt, fresh water contains very little. Very superfluous use, so removed it from the sentence. A sparrow has made a nest in Kesho's house and had laid eggs. Both Kesho and his sister Shyama watched the next nest for hours every day. Even meal times were forgotten. Has should be replaced by had. Has action is of remote past. A skillful advertiser may be able to create practically a monopoly for himself, not because his product is superior to superior to, but because he has succeeded in inducing people to believe that it is. Expression practically a monopoly should be read out as a practical monopoly. Whatever may be the origin of speech, we can be certain that man did not begin to feel the need to speak until he began to live in communities. After do does did. we use. We even so begin. It is begin is to be replaced by begin. Each animal of the same species looks for the same sort of food. Also, there may be other animals of different species competing with the same food. Moreover, the relationship between small and large businesses in many countries have changed considerably due to modern franchising. The subject of the sentence is relationship which is singular, so we should use singular verb has. My friend will not only receive you at the station and also have you as a guest in his house. Not only but also is used in pair, so use of and also is wrong here. Each of the mistakes have to be corrected before printing the article. No error. Each is followed by a singular verb, so have is to be replaced by has. Which time do you have to go to the dentist tomorrow? Which time is to be replaced by the term when, that is alone enough to give the proper sense. The number of fatal accidents in which people are run down and killed have forced the police to have the more stringent with traffic rules. The number which is phrasal subject is singular and therefore it will agree to a singular verb, so have is to be replaced by has. There is never paucity of resources, notwithstanding absence of any organized fundraising machinery, all correct. Instead of fundraising, we should use fundraising, which means to procure fund. The pirated technology has not only created strategic dangers but also damaged economy interest. Economy is to be replaced by economic, so the syntax becomes correct. The heads of religious institutions and eminent people have come together to ensure communal harmony. Eminent is the improper use. We should use eminent, which means famous personality. Sophisticated lawbreakers try to exploit loopholes in rules and regulations. Exploit is wrongly spelled as exploit. Gandhiji was unsparing in his condemnation of people for their inhuman treatment to untouchables. पूरा सही है, all correct. As you know by my visiting card, I am now in Mumbai. No error, कोई error नहीं है, सही है. With a fresh coat of paint, the school can look much nice. Much should be replaced by very. I asked the salesman if he could exchange, but the faulty camera with another one. Another is equivalent to the another phone, so we either use another or one. It took me almost an hour to fill the application form. Hour starts with a vowel sound, and thus we should use "and" before it. She incites you stay until her husband comes home. Insist, insist is followed by on and upon and present participle. So correct expression is insists you on staying. I don't understand how she could treat him so bad. Bad should be replaced by badly, which is an adverb and it qualifies a verb. At my arrival in Delhi, I went straight to the nearest hospital. No error. It is more better if one of the parents stays at home to look after the children. Double comparatives are not used together. More better is wrong use. We should use better only. These reports have deterred some women to have the operation. To have should be replaced by from, having to make the syntax correct. I answered the questions as best as I could. The phrase "has best" means to perform to most promising way. So "has" is to be removed after "best" to make the syntax correct. The judge asked the man if the bag he had lost contained 5,000 rupees. The man replied that it did. Contain should be replaced by contained, as principal clause is in past tense. I trust you will show forbearance to me a few minutes more so that I can finish this work. Forbearance is followed by two words. ठीक है, और इसी के साथ ये खत्म हो जाता है. अब करेंगे अगला 421 से.